Hi, this is Theo from PragaBlogs.com. Today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how you can mix manga style with watercolor. Now, manga style is noted for the use of black ink, high contrast. Take a look at this example. For this drawing, this is actually a Marvel comic, and we see here that all the areas that are in dark shadow, they are actually colored with just black ink. And for the hair, we have black, but there's some color here. So take a look at this costume here. Now, there are different shades of red, but for the darkest shade, instead of very dark red, they use black. So this is manga. So why do I want to use this style? Well, this style is good if you want something that is striking, that is bold, because of the black and white contrast. It can give you a very striking illustration. So this is the sketch that I drew earlier on. Let me show you the reference photo that I used. This is the reference photo that I found online. For these two persons, they are in the foreground. I will be using black to color their coats. So the black is going to take a huge portion on this sketch, like this area here. So this is going to bring the person who is looking at your sketch, bring the attention to these two persons in the foreground. Then later on, I will color some of these people at the background with blacks as well. For example, the places where there are pants, the dark shirts, the dark areas, those will be smaller areas of black. And finally, I will add colors. For the color, I will be adding skin tones to the faces, to the hands. For this guy right in the foreground, I will leave the shirt in white because I want the shirt in white to contrast with the black coat. And for the rest of the sketch, I will just color with watercolor. The tools that I will be using today are Daler Rowley Kandahar Drawing Ink. I like this ink because it is not 100% black, it's like 90%. And I'm going to be using these three watercolor sticks. These are Daniel Smith watercolor sticks that I have reviewed a few weeks ago. This is Hansa Yellow Medium, Permanent Alizari Crimson, and Cobalt Blue. I'm using these three because when I mix these three primary colors together, I'm not able to get a dark black. So I'll get something like a gray tone, which later on I'll be using for the ground here, but I will not get something that is close to black. So that's where the black ink will come in very helpful. I have a brush that I'm going to use with the black ink, and this is my Navskaya Palitra Sable brush for use with the watercolor. So now I'm going to start by using the Kandahar Drawing Ink to basically block out the black areas. This is going to take a while. There's this guy that is wearing a horizontal striped shirt, so I want to capture that with the black ink. I'm done inking the black areas. Let me show you a closer look at this section here. And this is why I like the Kandahar Drawing Ink, because it is not totally black. And because of that, I can still see the underlying line art, which I don't want to lose that. So this is great. Of course, if I want to, I can add additional ink to areas that are supposed to be black and darker. Now I'm going to add some watercolor. I'm going to wet my brush first. I'm going to start out with the light colors first. I'm going to use this Hansa Yellow. I'm going to paint some of the colors for the shirts. You have to make sure that the ink is dry, if not it's going to be a bit messy. Daniel Smith watercolor sticks, they are really very intense. So I'm actually using them like I'm using half pens. And now I'm going to mix the skin tones with yellow and permanent alizarin crimson. Okay, now I'm going to mix all the three primary colors together to get some sort of gray. So I'm just going to mix some on the palette here and then just apply it like this. If it's too red, then I need to add more green to it, more blue to it. So this is a nice shade that I'm looking for. I think this area is dry, so I'm going to add some shadows to this area. That will be a mixture of yellow, alizarin crimson and cobalt. Shadow is this side. Later I will just blend this dark area to the side with some clean water. I believe some of the areas are not dark enough, so I'm going to use more black, especially at this part here. And this part, oops, some of the ink actually bled into the area. So you have to be a bit careful. Another ink drop over there. I'm just going to leave it as it is. The sketch is now dry. Now on hindsight, I probably should have used a different color for the ground compared to the face, because now these two colors, they are quite similar, and because of that it doesn't allow this guy to stand out. Or I could have used a lighter tone, maybe perhaps a color that is as light as this. That would be great. And I added an additional layer of black here, so I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is darker compared to other areas where I only use one layer of black, and it turns out quite nicely. Here as well I use some brush strokes. For this person who is standing behind this guy, this is one layer of black with additional second layer around this area. That's it for this quick tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below. I will also post a link to the scanned image in the video description in case you want to check this out in higher detail. Now, if you do not have black ink, perhaps you can try black watercolor like ivory black or lunar black. Maybe you can get the same effect as this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.